Warcraft 3 was an early and extraordinarily popular RTS-style video game, and one of my viewers asked me if I would do a tutorial installing the Abandonware version with the expansion packs on the Steam Deck. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do. Stick around. Hi everyone, Shane R. Monroe here. Of course, we need to do this all over in desktop mode, so we're going to flip over there right now. Once again, I'm going to ask you to use a mouse and keyboard as it will make this a lot easier. All right, we're going to open up Dolphin's File Manager, and you should have already had this downloaded. Now, right-click it and select Properties, go to Checksums, and do an MD5 calculate. This is going to make sure that the version that you have is exactly the version that you see here, because they won't all install the same way. So double check your number. If you don't have that, make sure you get a different copy. Right click, select extract here, and delete archive. That'll keep our download folder clean. And inside you'll see a setup.exe and a bin, as well as a notes file if you want to take a look at that. We will not be. Simple enough. Go up here to the exe, right click and select add to Steam. That's going to add the setup.exe to your Steam. After a few moments, we'll run down to the Steam itself and go to our library. In the search box, start typing in Warcraft. You should be able to see pretty much it in a nutshell right there. Perfect. Select the gear and choose Properties. We're going to go to compatibility because this is not a Linux-based program. We will need some sort of a Proton version. Now we're going to start with experimental, even though I know this needs something else to be fully functional, but we're going to do and teach in this video. All right, so now we have that. Over here on the other side, hit the split command in the upper right. We're going to go to the compat data folder. Now, if your Dolphin doesn't look like mine, watch my Dolphin's tricks and tips video. It'll help you out. This is where you need to go, the compat data folder, and it's hidden by default. Okay, so we're going to sort by modified over there because there's going to be a brand new one of those in just a moment. So we hit play. This is going to build the Proton prefix for us. This is where the game is going to install and run from. And here we go. So this should look very familiar to everybody who's used Windows for gaming. We'll click through. There's nothing special to select here, but if you want to make any changes, it doesn't matter if you create a desktop icon or not. It doesn't matter. It will not put a desktop icon on your Steam Deck. This is a virtual version of Windows, a Proton prefix, and we're going to let it install. Now, you probably will need ProtonUp-QT or some other way of getting GE Proton installed. Now, you probably already have it, and if you do, great. If not, install ProtonUp-QT from the Discovery Store. I have a whole video on ProtonUp-QT. You can go check that out. Or Proton Plus, whatever it takes to get GE Proton available for you. Now, if you can live without the movies, you don't need GE Proton, but you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. Let's speed this up a little bit, and we are done. Perfect. Okay, so if we played it again, it would just install again, right? So we need to go find the Proton prefix that was created just now. Search by modified there if you can't see it. We're going to dig in and we're going to find the actual Warcraft executable, which is tucked away in this Magipacks, Warcraft 3, and we'll scroll down until we find the Warcraft 3 executable. There it is, and right click, select copy location. This gives you the entire path plus the name of the file right to your clipboard. We're going to need that because that's what we actually want to run, right? We don't want to run the setup again. Click the gear, go to Properties, and I'm going to use the keyboard here to select all of this, delete it, put a double quote, paste, double quote. This way, the entire thing is enclosed in double quotes. You must have this or it will not run. We're going to copy it, paste it over the start in. The start in is the folder that the exe exists in, not the exe. So we're going to delete the exe part of this. Perfect. So it's going to start in that folder and it's going to execute that exe, and everything is surrounded by double quotes. Since this is not the installer anymore, we might as well rename it to the actual shortcut. Perfect. All right, complete edition. Love it. Now we're ready to take another look. So we're running it for the first time. Don't worry, there's no audio in this piece. The game does have audio, I promise, and you'll see audio later. But I've got it squelched here for the tutorial part. So I didn't cut anything out of here. At least I don't think I did. Now, there you go. That's where there's supposed to be a video playing. Probably the Blizzard Entertainment. We're going to show you how to restore that. If you care. If you don't care, you're pretty much done. We're going to go to options, though, and choose our video, because it does support the native resolution of the Steam Deck, which is 1280 by 800. And if you're going to play full screen on gaming mode, absolutely want to do that. Okay, that looks great. Now, you could probably you could probably max out everything, right? This is a really old game, but I'm just going to leave it as is. I don't want any surprises here. And let's go ahead and run the single player just so you guys can see that it actually runs. Remember, we are in desktop mode right now. And sometimes desktop mode works in ways that gaming mode does not. Hopefully that's not the case. And again, I'm using a real physical mouse for this, and I recommend the same for you, at least until you get everything dialed in. All right, and guess what? There was supposed to be another video right there, and there's no video. Again, if you don't care, great. But the video's still taking up space, so I mean, you might as well work it out. All right, here we go. Is it going to work? I'm going to hit escape to get past this little intro part right here. There you go. And I just want to click around a little bit and make sure everything works and the map scrolls and everything looks fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. All the audio is there, everything. Let's get out of here. Now, sometimes with these games, it'll sit here and hang and it won't stop by itself. You may have to hit stop or B. We'll see that later on in the gaming mode. You may have to hit B to get back out. That's kind of normal for some of these old games. They leave something hanging and it doesn't quite quit cleanly. Let's go back to properties now. And if you have not already installed GE Proton, or if you plan to, go ahead and do that before continuing. We're going to select Proton GE Latest. That is a special feature of one of the versions of the Proton installer that I have. For you, all you need to do is have the latest version. We're going to jump back into gaming mode here. Perfect. Because, yeah, this is probably where you want to play it, right? You don't want to have to go to desktop mode and monkey with that. Now, again, if you're not going to use a real mouse, I recommend looking through some of these options. Keyboard and mouse, touchscreen mouse emulation, mouse only. One of these is probably going to work very well for playing this handheld without a mouse. But listen, that's all up to you. I'm using a real mouse just to get this installed, showing you that it works. Getting it to work the way you want is sort of up to you. All right, here we go. Now remember, everything just seems a little bit different. Okay, so it was a little off center, but it was in desktop mode as well. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now, we didn't see any video because we've already booted the game once. So we do need to check that the videos work by jumping into the campaign and actually playing a video. So we'll do the prologue again, and we'll do the introduction. Ah, there we go. Here comes the video. Good old Blizzard Entertainment. Feels like forever ago, doesn't it? Yeah. So you can tell that the videos haven't aged as well as maybe you'd hoped. But anyway, unless you want to watch some of the gameplay and other stuff, you could probably go ahead and kick out of here now. You're all done. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, hype the video. You guys know what to do.
We never paid any heed.
So let's go ahead and get out of here and actually play the game. Make sure it's good here in gaming mode. Yeah, because the intro could work and you could get the menu, but then the game doesn't work in gaming mode. These sort of things do tend to happen. So let's just prove it out. Plus, I wanted you to hear the audio. I wanted you to hear that the speech was here. I wanted you to hear that everything was here that you would expect to see.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, listen, I was not a Warcraft III player. What can I tell you? I know it was incredibly popular, though. There you go, see?
However, the orc encampment is
the map scrolls just fine, nice and smooth, holding 60 frames per second.
Scroll the screen to the north by moving your mouse to the top edge of the screen. Very good. The path to the next banner leads through a
well, there you have
area.
it. Hey, listen, if you like what we're doing here, like, subscribe, hit the bell. You guys know what to do. Hype the video. We'd appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Take care, and we'll see you next time.